The four-day war between India and Pakistan highlighted how technology continues to change conflict. Two types of precision-guided missiles, India's BrahMos and Pakistan's China-made PL-15, made their combat debuts in this high-stakes showdown. So, what have we learned about how effective these and other systems are? Well, to answer that, I am joined from the western Indian city of Nagpur by the former Vice Chief of Air Staff of the Indian Air Force, Air Marshal Shirish Deo, and from Finland's capital, Helsinki, we also have Anshu Chakraverty, a geostrategic expert and the founder of Metis Janus. That's a company specializing in space and defense technologies. Air Marshal Deo, I will start with you. The BrahMos missile was used for the first time in combat. It was originally developed with Russia, but I believe you've said it's changed and been modified quite a lot since. What's your assessment of that missile?
I think it's done a wonderful job. It is not the missile that was developed with Russia anymore. It's an entirely new animal. It's got a different seeker. Even the warhead is also being indigenized. It's got a different guidance and control system. It's got additional range, and it's got different modes of attack, which makes it very difficult to intercept. It also has got a vertical mode of attack, and this vertical mode of attack, its accuracy increases further. So that is what Pakistan has learned.
Did it reach the expectations of how it was expected to operate?
It exceeded our expectations, particularly in terms of the damage that it caused on the ground.
Right. So, Anshu, how does the BrahMos compare with perhaps the last-gen missiles of India of this kind of ilk, and in general, precision missiles that are in existence or being used at the moment?
So, if you permit, I might want to congratulate Taiwan and also draw parallel with the Tien Kung IV, the Skybow 4 missile system that Taiwan has just test fired, and it's a significant upgrade from the Tien Kung IV missile system, where the range and its warhead capabilities, its radar systems have been made more capable. So I think through its iterations, as Air Marshal said, through its iterations, the three key factors that are enhanced is its flight path, its avionics, its warhead capabilities, so its impact outcome and its precision. So as you continuously keep improving these capabilities, I think the key is what kind of AI software can you integrate into the missile. Mm-hmm. So from the previous generation where there was no AI whatsoever to the modern missile systems where you have an AI which relies on its flight path trajectory and its strike capabilities is very key. So this is the primary difference. And in addition to that, the second most important factor is what is its targeted purpose? Because a lot of missiles, as Air Marshal said, can be multi-purposed, wherein you have the system doing air defense. It could be repurposed to do anti-ship missile. It could be used to do land attack system, or for example, the Tien Kung IV is primarily for an interception purpose, but it can still be, using AI, using HPM integrated into it, can be converted to a kind of a anti-drone suite as well, combined with certain ancillary missile systems or howitzer systems, which then talks to each other. So this is the future, So if you look at the Tien Kung IV, it already is an enhanced version and far more capable than the American Patriot systems in terms of strike capabilities, in terms of interception capabilities, in terms of its range. So this is, I think, the modernization and the improvements that these missile systems have undergone. And then you move on to the engine, where you move on to scramjet engines and more advanced engines, and then how you integrate it into the larger missile system is going to be very critical. So that's how it develops.
And on the note of Taiwan's weapons development here, Air Marshal Deo, you have your ear to the ground in New Delhi. Do you see any prospects for any collaborations or intel exchange with Taiwan for India?
That's one of the reasons that I want to show Divya. I run
That's
a company
great to hear.
I run a company called Dynamics, and we also make precision weapons, long range glide bombs, cruise missiles. That's the contract that we have from the government. And we are very keen to collaborate with Taiwan because we find that the technical competence in Taiwan is at a different level altogether. And I'm not talking only about electronics, but also about the kind of machining facilities that are available there, precision machining facilities that are available in Taiwan are at a different level altogether. And with our designs and the facilities that are available in Taiwan, we can make weapons that will make Chinese sweat, for sure.
So we've heard Anshu talk about the Tien Kung IV missiles, which have completed, I believe, initial testing. But from your point of view, and from what we've seen from the India-Pakistan conflict right now, and we've seen the capabilities that we've seen through Pakistan using China's missile, what is it that Taiwan needs to think of within its missile systems? What is it, be it something that India is doing, that Taiwan needs to think about?
Sure. So, one of the things that the Tien Kung IV could integrate is, from the Indian DRDO-inspired anti-drone systems or the low-altitude surface-to-air missile systems, and integrating the high-power microwave and RF jammers. The Taiwan missile system could integrate and learn and take from India's DRDO, and it would be a great collaboration. Having said that, since I'm based here in the Nordic and Baltic, because Finland is a very, very special country, it not only is a Baltic state, but it's also a Nordic state. And the threat here, as you would know from the history and from the Winter War, is very real and present. So, the plethora of missile systems that operate and that need to be capably utilized is very real and present. And of late, there has been the special political angle whereby the U.S. systems may not be very reliable in terms of their being turned off, and key features possibly could be turned off. Is a suspicion, which may not be true, but it is a suspicion. So in that situation, indigenization and self manufacture is a very, very critical aspect of every nation state and every region now presently, and India has demonstrated that very, very beautifully well, and that's how we are looking at collaborating from here in the Baltics and Nordics security system with Indian systems and so on and so forth, with the like-minded democratic countries and free countries. So over to you, Air Marshal, please.
Yeah, Air Marshal, what would you add should be the takeaway for this part of the world?
As a warfighter, when I think about the situation that Taiwan is in, I feel that their focus should be on electronic warfare. Electronic countermeasures, electronic countermeasures, ECM and ECCM is something that Taiwan has to really, make great progress on it, because everything is driven by electronics. Every missile, every ship, every aircraft. Okay, eventually it is the electronics, that is propelling it forward. So your ability to jam the navigation systems, your ability to eavesdrop on them, your ability to find their locations and then target them, okay, that can come only from a very robust ECCM system and ECM system. So this is something that Taiwan needs to get into. This is something that Taiwan needs to focus on, because as I see the kind of weapons that you have, they're good enough. Okay, you have long-range weapons. You have, you have a great air force that I know of. I've interacted with them, and I know that your pilots are significantly better trained than the Chinese pilots. So, but idea is that you should have freedom to fight, and that freedom to fight will come when surface-to-air systems like HQ-9 they are neutralized either electronically or by a hard kill, and you can offer a straight fight to them. Insofar as attrition is concerned, Chinese are very sensitive to attrition, and you will see that if you inflict severe enough attrition on China, or you have the ability to inflict severe enough attrition on China, they will think twice about, crossing the strait.
I'm afraid we've run out of time and we'll have to leave it there. I feel like we need another completely different conversation on Taiwan's weapons and strategies and kind of the takeaways of what you can learn from your experiences, both your experiences. Thank you both so much. Thank you, Air Marshal Shirish Deo, for joining us from Nagpur. And Anshu Chakraverty from Helsinki in Finland. And what effects are weapons like guided missiles and drones having on conflicts? Let us know in the comments below and click the video beside me to learn what the India-Pakistan war revealed to military and weapons experts across the world. And if you don't want to miss more stories on tech and business from Taiwan, subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell.